Hello everybody, welcome to the Style Project Season 3. My name is Sylvia Owori and I am joined by the beautiful Clayton Tohaire, a motivational speaker and a businesswoman.
Hi guys, how you all doing? You're going to have so much fun on this season.
And by Solomon Tazibon, African Woman Magazine, fashion editor and stylist to the celebrities.
What's up? You won't believe what we have in store for you today.
And finally, Nunu Omringa. She's a jewelry designer, a poet, a motivational speaker, and a highly fashionista. Come on, guys, look at her.
Hi guys.
Here is what we have lined up for you. Teenagers paraded at the 2015 Buzz Teens Awards, and it was a kaleidoscope of color and crazy creativity. Oh my God. Do we or do we not have designers in the making? You tell us. Let's get the show started. Well, you never get to know what is the theme. Oh, the dress code for the Buzz Awards, because every time I've been to one, I've been shocked. Sometimes I've been pleasantly surprised, but in this incident, you know, I don't know. I mean, what he's wearing like one of those Romans, Egyptians, I don't know what.
Gladiators.
The gladiators? What is that, guys?
Well, basically the Buzz Teeniez Awards, because I went to every single one of them. Every single one of them. Basically the Buzz Teeniez Awards are about yourself, your swag. You know how teens are all about swag. You know, it's about your creativity, your passion, your style. So I guess these guys see themselves in the era of Cleopatra. Yeah. I think this is actually very well pulled off, because if I had a chance to touch one of those, the hats, it's actually made out of a box. Like that's a box that is just a cardboard that is just sprayed. So imagine, you can't even think these teenagers can be this creative.
And those look like belts, the ones he put around his...
Yes,
the buckles on belts.
Yeah, sure. But I think they really, you know, push it. They really push the envelope. They just go overboard.
It is very
in a good way, actually. In a very, very inspiring way.
It's out of the box. It's totally
That's very
out of the
creative.
box. And this
So
is
that's
something
why
I always used to tell these Buzz people, why don't you guys have a creative award? Because at the end of the day, these guys have put in so much effort.
Yes.
I one time saw someone who came with a drum. I mean, imagine that denim all cut out like that. Do you see that?
Okay, this guy, he's got the bottle tops.
Yeah, he used Mirinda because the
They're
Buzz
the
Teeniez Award
sponsors.
are the sponsors. So
He should have won something.
he should have won something.
Yeah,
Like they should.
A lot of thought goes into these outfits.
Because that is recycling in its own.
Yes. True.
That he's recycled the bottle tops and used them on that. And he has a
A toy car made out of wood.
as an
Yes.
accessory.
Right.
Look at that.
Hey,
Oh my God.
He's
And
got
that's
a-
actually a sack.
Sack.
A
Kakira
sack.
sugar.
This is
Yeah,
Kakira
Kakira.
sugar.
Companies should hire these kids too. That's very, very impressive.
mean,
And a
that's-
bit of
yes.
backcloth.
You guys,
I mean,
when you
that's
go
like
down
a pool
there,
of talent.
there is just awesome talent, like
Yeah.
huge mega talent.
This is amazing. Is that backcloth?
I think the trimmings of backcloth and even
Very,
his
very
shoes.
impressive.
no, I think the whole idea of them just dressing up like that is good, but they just need direction in terms of, you know, if you want to be creative, yes, be creative, but be within
Yeah,
You know.
there's definitely has to be a limit.
a limit to it, because some of it is totally overboard.
There are two of them.
There are three actually, with the girl in
That's
the middle.
there are three of them.
is basically round.
Round, and then there's a bow tie clip on it. That's very impressive.
And what's that?
What's
bow
that?
hanging at the,
It's a selfie stick. It's a bow.
What's that?
Also, they draw inspiration from their life at school, like boarding school, you know.
I think they use the materials that they have, because I've seen someone with a peg down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've used it as a button.
Yes, button to hold it together.
That's very, very impressive. It should be like a fashion event as well. Like they should
Yes.
have like a walkway, like where they
yeah.
can model and
then
showcase
they-
their
they
design.
win, yeah.
A mattress, really. Have you seen that? His bag is a
And
mattress.
then they win something from, because this is free publicity for all these companies.
True. I like this kind of creativity because it's not the usual that we're always seeing. You know, if you told somebody to probably think of a dress, they'll bring this thief and all this, but who would have ever thought that, you know, someone would make a briefcase out of an African print?
And sisal and wood
Yeah.
and
Look at
There's
that.
a dude with a
the
sponge
in
and
it.
a
a
toothbrush.
changwe,
A
like
changwe.
a
I think
jerrycan.
that's natural. If he had like used the changwe to make like a vest or
No, he
It's
has
a
a
necklace.
towel. He's acting like he's going
like
to
wearing
the
the
bathroom.
changwe.
He's acting like he's going to the bathroom. He has
And
a
a
towel
changwe.
and
Is
a
that a
jerry can, a
toothbrush?
toothbrush.
Toothbrush with Colgate on it.
Yeah.
And like a
You know,
domola
but
to
like
brush.
as we said, there definitely has to be a limit. You know, we do not want you stepping out there looking like a clown,
Right.
like a major job.
So maybe they need to turn it into more of, you know, a fashion segment.
More of a
These
fashion
kids.
competition.
Yeah.
And who is the most creative, who comes up with the most creative idea, because some of them are just totally overboard and they're not inspirational.
No, I think it just starts from somewhere, and,
Yeah.
and like you say, they need direction because this is untapped talent, and they think they're just joking and, you know, being silly. Yet if they're actually nurtured into doing this as a career, they can actually make it.
Yeah. That's the latest version of denim Sylvie.
Jenny Manukavera.
Yes, she makes it with a polythene bag
Yes.
and well, like a tangy and well, lots of chains and a cup. The bottom
The
is,
shoelaces are Kavera.
and the pants are recycled.
They are.
Kavera. Oh my
It's hard
God.
for me not to think that this is like clown galore. It's like, oh my god, look at who's probably going to be the tackiest or like the most hilarious looking person.
Someone get that kettle from.
I like the cup, the kettle. Oh, it got from Miss Jaja. The Jaja so good.
But overall, it's a good idea, but they just need direction. The organizers actually need to put a dress code to them, and then they should actually get some talent out of these guys, because I think there is some creative.
So we can actually
Genius.
really make it an award, you know?
Yes, a proper award. They're on their way there. Who is the youngest on this panel?
Me, of course. Well, I you know.
What would you wear? And you said you've been to so many.
Yes.
What did you wear?
You know, in most cases when people go for Buzz Teeniez Awards, okay, you're supposed to come with your swag and all, but don't bring your whole culture with you. I mean, don't bring the kettle and all that. I personally always wore a dress and heels. I have so many pictures, empirical evidence I can show you. And I always had a bag. I mean, that is the time you're going to meet so many people, you're going to take so many pictures, you're going to meet your hobbies and orgies. Come out dressed smart. Don't come out, you know, with a sponge in your neck and your mom is thinking, okay, no.
Mwana agudede.
Mwana agudede, unagenda ku liver, Buzz Livers Rock or something. So teens out there, you need to know that, you know, one of these days there's cool, trendy stuff that you can actually wear. Pairing those Adidas cool shoes with some rucksacks. It's not nice. So a tuxedo is nice. After all, there are words, yeah, like you guys are saying, and we keep telling you, we are preaching it. They are cool clothes.
What would you wear, Solomon? Have you ever been to one?
I've never. Oh, I was at one, and you know, it was a sea of colors, and you know, I definitely looked odd. I'm like, okay, am I in the right place? But you know, I think teenagers really are so vibrant. They're so full of life. They love to, you know, play with ideas and, you know, try out different things. But overall, I think there should be a direction. If I was to compare the Buzz Teeniez Awards to international awards, say like the Kids' Choice Awards or the Nickelodeon Awards, you know, the kids there seem to have a theme. There definitely seems to be a theme of sorts. And I think it's good because, well, at the end of the day, we do not want people turning up, and then if at all there was security that was to like reinforce a strict dress code, I
Stop
don't know
them.
how many people would be bounced. I mean, you wouldn't walk up to me having a chango in your neck and I'm like, okay.
Get away from
was
me.
supposed
No,
to
what
be
would you wear?
Being trendy or fashionable does not mean you have to buy expensive clothes or the latest clothes. Just be decent. You're going to meet people, you're going to make friends. You know, there's a cute boy out there. There's a cute girl out there. You don't want this girl looking at you with Kavera or whatever, but all in all, it was very creative and very
But the
impressive.
Vuveras were banned in the shops, so now they're on the, people are wearing them instead.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you have worn, Sylvia?
I mean, if you ask me if I had been a teenager then, I think I would have wore shorts, denim shorts, and probably a funky top, but really short. Because when I was a teenager that age, I dared. I really wore like hot pants almost with the body kind of booty showing. But you know, as teenagers, think about ideas that are actually going to go global. Not a chango. I mean, if I'm European and I'm looking at a teenager in Uganda, I mean, putting something like that around their neck, what does that mean? It's a sponge that you're supposed to use in the shower and you're wearing it around, and then you're bringing those kettles that we have in the Kabaka Mutemis in 1892 or something. How is that inspirational right now? The youth are the future. You, the youth, you are 75% of our population, and you are our future. You are the future of Uganda. We are looking up to you. So next time you come up to those kind of events, impress us. Come up with something that we say, oh my God, look at this. Look beyond just creating something for yourself.
Yeah, I think if it was a creative event, it was good.
Yeah.
For the Cresta Form outfit, that was the winner. It hit me.
Cresta Form, call
Yes.
those kids, man.
You need to.
They need to sponsor the show.
Yeah.
Let's go for a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the break. In this segment, we talk about skin whitening. Skin whitening cosmetics are a multi-billion-dollar industry pushing the idea that beauty equates with white skin only and that lightening dark skin is both achievable and preferable. Beats my understanding that a black, beautiful woman like Clayth Chatuhaire would choose to bleach. What do you think, guys? Let's start off with bad black or white black now.
That's an oxymoron. White, black.
Yeah, right? Well, I personally don't have a problem with lightening, yeah? My only problem is that when you do it well. And then the only reason I have not whitened my skin is because, one, I fear for throwbacks. I mean, people have known me like ever since I was 9, you know, on TV, and now they will see me and I don't know, no. You know, everyone is going to be like, oh my God. And then because I've not, you know, been a different color, I feel like this is just perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about bad black?
Well, bad black is just crazy, really.
Actually, I mean, she came to me a week before she actually took pills. And she said, oh, I have this pills, I'm going to start taking pills and I want to bleach myself. I said, you'll suffer from cancer, it's very dangerous. She said, I don't care, I just want to be lighter. So now it depends. Some people, so that's why for her, you see, her whole skin was changed. It wasn't like most people just use cosmetics.
Yeah.
And then you find their knuckles are dark.
Their ankles,
Yeah.
their elbows.
Their elbows.
But I think there's a lot of advancement in as far as, you know, lightening, you know, methods are concerned. There are injectables as well, where you like get a shot, probably like one shot every month, and that just does the job. Because then, you know, the chemical is in your blood, so everywhere that blood goes, there's definitely going to be a change. Then you have the peels, and then you have the very affordable one, the one that...
The Chizugu.
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying, and I think it all stems from one thing. What why is somebody doing what they're doing? For some people, it could be a health reason.
Yeah.
For some people,
Not health reason.
no, you never know. Like I know some people who
That they have to
probably-
be lighter.
No, who
No.
like
Of the sun?
I don't say it's vitiligo though. It could just be like from an accident or something, whatever it is. And then of course there's the deeper psychological reason, where people suffer from the fact that
Yes.
I'm dark, I've never liked being dark,
low self-esteem.
a low self-esteem,
Yeah.
and that's really sad. And then there's of course the era and the time that we're in where being white is cool, or you're, you know, Muzungus, you go to a restaurant and a Muzungu gets more customer service than you. So there's all those small things. So I, as a Pan-Africanist, though I'm brown, I just think that as Africans we should be proud of our skin tone. I'm not against bleaching. I don't judge anyone who bleaches.
Yeah.
I just feel like if the issue is you're not proud of being black, that's sad. That's very sad.
Yeah.
But for whatever other reason it is, that's okay. But we have to keep in mind that there are side effects to it that are very dangerous. And if you make a, if you decide to bleach, don't now 20 years later start crying and people come to visit you in hospitals
Yes,
with
when you have
flasks.
chinamakula.
Yeah.
But chinamakula, there's this black thing, a patch that comes just under
Even
here.
red,
Yeah,
where
even
they're
red
burnt.
patches.
And they're burnt. But a lot of that happens now that when you age, the skin, when you use these chemicals, you don't know what's in there. It's thinning your skin, and under the eye is the softest skin.
Yeah, the epidermis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the whole of your body. So it's the most delicate. So these chemicals then affect, they really thin it out. So now there's no protection from the sun.
sun, yeah.
So there's all the sun comes directly to your face,
face.
and then you have these black patches of
And you know, yet again, to one of the youth motivational speakings I was doing in Tanzania, you know, sometimes your parents are a reason for you to lose your self-esteem. So this girl was crying to herself, you know, she grows up and she realizes, my mom is light, my dad is light, why am I black? And yet, initially her mom is dark. And the mom had to explain, I bleached, da, da, da. So, you know, even parents, you have to be a good example to your kids, you know. If you bleach, what next?
I'd like to talk about the general perception. You know, most African men actually prefer light-skinned women. You know, I know of a couple of Baganda men who are like, oh, I'm weird. And you know, I think that in itself sets a standard of sorts that even subconsciously, you know, there's a girl or a woman out there who's looking and she thinks, you know, if I turn a little lighter, I'll probably be much more desirable.
I'll get me and man.
Yes. And even the entertainment industry, I think they've had, you know, it's been said around that it's easier for a lighter woman to make it. You know, I think that's why we have all these international artists and stars.
Trust me, because even the brown people, they also fall in the mukebe.
Okay,
More.
let's looking at Vera Sidika, who she was a vixen and she is a star.
She looked
Kenyan. She's
Nigerian.
Kenyan, right?
Yeah.
She's an Instagram star, because these
Yeah.
days even
She
people
has
become
over
famous.
18K followers on Instagram. Over 18K followers on Instagram. And her comments are
That's
always,
18,000,
"Oh my God,
right?
You look so beautiful. Oh my God, how can I get that light?" So, you know, it's sad.
You can see the before and the after. But you see,
Yeah. But I should say she looks good. She looks good, light skin, you know what I mean? I'm not saying she did not look good whenever she was dark, but she definitely looks
I think she looks better darker.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I mean,
I think
I'm
so
not
too.
being biased. I just
Yeah,
think
me
She's
too.
she's kind of looking like a doll and too artificial.
Yeah, and our problem right now is that we are seeing the before and after.
Yes.
Maybe if it was after, we would not know, but before is much better. I actually think that this is a problem of self-esteem. Because trust me, when you tell me I'm ugly, I'm going to say no, I'm not.
when you tell me I'm fat, I'll say no.
Right?
Yes, you see, it varies different things, you know. It's
Yeah.
like people who are bulimic. So it's different forms of low self-esteem.
Yeah, you can see her boobs, her nose, everything.
Everything, the knuckles are well bleached.
But I think at the end of the day, you should also know what protective measures to take whenever you start bleaching. I think you should like double up on how much sunscreen you use before you step out into the sun, because definitely the ultraviolet rays are going to damage your skin.
And you know, like those tiny posts that go on Instagram. I once read one of those posts that said, "God help me live longer. I want to see how the brown people will survive in the near future." the brown bleaching people. So I don't know. I don't know what is going to happen 7 years from now. You know, I just want to see these girls like really.
Like
should
like
just-
how they would look.
Yeah.
Well, if they have money, they'll cover up. Unless you're going to go into their homes in the morning, there's makeup, there's couturing. Even if they have all the marks on their faces, they can always just cover them up. But all in all, it can be dangerous. Just black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful.
The fashion tip is coming up next.
Well, guys, we've talked about grooming, and we agreed that one of the things that we need to have is a deodorant and a decent smelling cologne, haven't we? In as much as cologne is concerned, you need to just need to use very little, just enough. But then again, sometimes, accidentally, you may, go a bit overboard. All I can say is no amount of rubbing or, like dabbing is going to take that away. What you can do is you use surgical spirit, dab some on a cotton ball, and just put it right where you sprayed that cologne for a few seconds, and then take it away. You'll be good to go. And that's your fashion tip. Thanks for watching.
Well, that's all for today. See you next time.
Goodbye.